Most of us are used to seasons. We're used to changes. We can see how things develop over time. But what if this was all you knew? What if every day of your life, from the time that you were born, this is what you saw? The way things are, how you're seeing it in this video at this point in time. What if the grass always looked like this? It was never lush and green, a deep green of summer that we get used to when the weather turns warm. What would you see if you looked at the structure of a tree and it always looked like this? You would see the lattice work, the infrastructure, letting you know that there's something more, that this thing is made to support something else, that somewhere it's expected to change. Just as the structure of those plants and the tree before it let you know that there's something more. When you look at the infrastructure, when you see this, the trunk and the limbs, the different branches that go up and trace them out to their end, you can see the structure here in the wintertime that it lets you know that there's something more to that there's a reason for it that's not fully explained yet. But when spring gets here, that reason is known. The trees become alive again. These dormant deciduous trees, they become alive again with leaves, and then they flower, and then some of them bear various types of fruit and seeds. People say that God is unknowable, and that's not true. Romans chapter 1, verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Let me read a little bit more. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. And they changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. God is knowable. You look around and you can see even in his creation that there is a designer to this design. I watched a young girl. She was, I think, around 13 years old. She said that you can't have a design without a designer, and that's true. This creation itself reveals to you that there is a living God. So when you stand before him one day, you'll be without excuse. Jesus said of himself, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by him. Thank you so much for listening.